There's a perfect balance to like those really tough moments, those tough conversations, and then Zach Braff making absolute dad jokes the entire time. Hey guys, welcome back to Canon Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX Indie Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. First and foremost, I want to thank you all for 500 subscribers. I really can't believe it. I started my YouTube channel like less than a year ago, and I can't believe that you guys are all here supporting me, and I love talking about movies with you guys. So we'll be pushing out more content, and here's to many fun things on the channel in the future. So just thank you all for supporting me. I really appreciate it. So now I'm gonna get into my review of Cheaper by the Dozen. Yes, it's a remake. Yes, it's on Disney Plus, going straight to streaming. Okay, but nothing can really touch the 2003 Cheaper by the Dozen. And that's fine because you have Steve Martin, you have Bonnie Hunt, you have a very young Tom Welling, and a very young Hilary Duff at the top of their careers, their television careers, their movie careers. So you have them in that movie, and it's something special, Cheaper by the Dozen. So the 2003 film is just something that was made for the early 2000s in that era and had a cast that worked for the time. So now when you sit down to watch this Cheaper by the Dozen, it is completely revamped. It is a reconstructed version of the one that we saw in 2003. It still has a massive family, but it is a blended family. And what I really loved about Cheaper by the Dozen, and yes, I liked it. I thought it was a great family film, especially this weekend because it is March break for the kids. So what I loved about it is that it was refreshing. It was completely different. It was inclusive. It had a very diverse cast. It touched upon really important subjects, important social subjects in regards to microaggressions, racial profiling, and white privilege in this family film that is very educational. There are films that don't know how to construct social commentary. They don't know how to actually sit down and have those conversations between characters. But in this case, touching upon those subjects in such a very natural, authentic way between characters that should be having these conversations, I thought was really well done. I thought there were important moments placed throughout this film that really worked. There were also funny moments that helped balance those life lessons, those educational moments. And I think that's why Cheaper by the Dozen really worked. It is revamped for a new generation to enjoy this type of film, to enjoy the fact of like these big families coming together and exploring a different family dynamic. We have Zoe Baker played by Gabrielle Union and Paul Baker played by Zach Braff. So they were both divorced before meeting each other. And I think that having different family units come together and be able to live cohesively and support each other in a way that families are supposed to do. I really love that they all came together in this film to kind of show that you can live in peace with, you know, your divorced husband, with your divorced wife, and just come together for the greater good of the kids. And everyone can teach children something in a different way. They can offer their kids something different that maybe someone else can't, and that's also good. And I feel like that's what they showed in Cheaper by the Dozen, and I think that's really special. It's something really nice that they have here. It's unexpected because you think, okay, great, like it's another remake, but what they did to explore this family, to explore them as a unit and then individually, that these kids are all at different stages of their lives experiencing different things, I thought was great, and it worked really well. It's one of those family films that come along and you're like, you know what, this hit. There's a perfect balance to like those really tough moments, those tough conversations, and then Zach Braff making absolute dad jokes the entire time, and he was hilarious. He was so funny. Like I was howling at certain parts just because of his line delivery. It's so dry and it works. And then you have the perfect, the flawless Gabrielle Union, who just brings this different spirit to a maternal figure, and I love that. So really, when you look at it, you look at Zach Braff and you look at Gabrielle Union, it doesn't look like it's a good match on screen chemistry wise, but then you watch the movie and it was more of like a partnership than a marriage. I felt like yes, they did love each other. You get that sense of it. They've known each other, but it's more of like a bond of friendship and understanding each other and working as a unit together, as a united front, as they said in Cheaper by the Dozen. So I really liked their dynamic. I thought it was like very laid back, lighthearted, fun. Like I really enjoyed that. But then when they needed to get stern and have those difficult conversations, that's when they really shine together and individually. So I think that as a whole, Cheaper by the Dozen is just a very well-rounded, family-oriented film. And I think that this weekend, people should watch it. It's a lot of fun. There are some great moments, as I said, really funny. There are such important conversations had in this film that I was really just surprised in the way that it was executed and the way that it was written. And that's a testament to Kenya Barris and Jennifer Rice Genzek Henry. So they did great work. I really liked it. And it's directed by Gail Lerner. So I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I was impressed with it. I laughed, I got emotional, and it just makes you watch it. Like you're just sucked into the lives of the Bakers, and it works. I just like that it was different. It's more of a revamped film than a direct remake, and I think that's why it works so well, and kids will love it. I think it's marketed to children, it's marketed to parents, it's marketed to everybody. So I think that it really will resonate with people of different age groups 100%, and that's why it's awesome. So definitely watch Cheaper by the Dozen this weekend. It drops on Disney Plus Friday, so give it a go. It's good, it's fun, it's chaotic, everything a big family should be. So if you guys enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over at AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.